Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm so excited. I'm about to show you something that's about to change your life. If you've been trying to figure out how to build a following on Instagram, a massive following, but not only a massive following, a following that actually wants to give you their money, then give me about 10 to 20 minutes and I'm about to show you number one, how to grow a massive following of over 100,000 followers in 90 days, right? And then how to get those people to want to pay you and the best product to give them to make the most money. So stay till the end and I promise it's going to change your life. Now, this hasn't only worked for me. I'm going to hop onto my laptop over here real quick for you. So the crazy thing is, this hasn't only worked for you. I'm gonna show you proof of this. So look, this is the exact method that I used to build over 500,000 followers on this account. Look, so I've done this on actually three different accounts. I've used also build up to 100. Hold on, I built up over 400,000 followers on this account, and I've built up over 179,000 followers on this account. So I built three accounts to over 100,000 followers, collectively over 1 million followers across three accounts. Now, not only has this worked for me, but it's also worked for my students like Rich, who's built his account to over 400,000 followers using the same method, right? And he's making over 20K a month. Here's one of my other students as well, Jerika, who built her account to over 300,000 followers. She's making over 20K a month as well. And here's another one of my students who's done over 200,000 followers, and she's making money as well, right? And they've all applied the same thing I'm about to teach you. So it's foolproof. It works, okay? So what am I talking about? So how you're going to build a massive following quickly is by giving stuff away for free, okay? But you're not just going to give anything away for free. Here's what I mean. What you're going to do is you're going to give what's called a freebie. And you probably heard this before. But the issue is this. Most people do this wrong, okay? Most people, they give the wrong freebies that attracts the wrong people. Because what you won't want to do is, a freebie is pretty much something that you give for free in exchange to get somebody's information, or get them to follow you, or just get them to be interested in your product or service, right? If you got here, you probably noticed on my videos, I offer like a free training. So a freebie could be either a PDF doc, or it could be a free training or a video of some sorts. I tend to do a free video just because I find that with the videos, people watch that more. People like to consume videos more than they like to read. So a lot of people, when you give them like a freebie or like an ebook or something, you'll find that 90% of the people, they'll get the freebie, they won't even read it, it'll just sit in their email and it'll just sit there forever, right? So I find that with the videos, they work much better. And the video could be something that's like short. I recommend something that's like between 5 minutes to 30 minutes long that solves a specific problem for your audience, okay? Now, here's the thing. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people doing when they're making freebies is that they are using freebies that attracts people that what you call unaware leads. These are people who don't even know they have a problem and they don't know the solution that exists for. So let me give you an example. So let's say you were in the hair loss niche, right? You had a hair loss product. They'll see what that's losing hair. Okay. You might make a freebie that says, I'm giving you an example. Let me find it real quick. You might make a freebie that says 3 everyday habits that might be making you look older or lose your hair. Now, this might attract people because they're like, oh, I'm losing my hair. I didn't even know that. Or this is why I might be starting to lose my hair. Now, these people, they're not even aware they have a problem, right? Or they do have a problem, but they don't really care about it, not really taking action, right? It's not really urgent for them. Okay. And I even find that a lot of people like in the make money online niche, for example, they have freebies that are like, hey, you can make money this way, or how you can make money that way. And it's attracting people that are like, okay, it piqued my interest, but it's not a real problem for them. It's not something they want to solve right now. Okay. Let me give an example. It's kind of like, imagine there's someone, right? And they're in their house and their house has a hole in the roof and it's leaking water. Okay. But the water's leak is not leaking a lot. Like they're seeing little drops like every here and there, every week or so. It's not really urgent for them. Right. So you might go to that person's house, knock on their door and be like, hey, do you have a hole in your ceiling or whatever, right? Or do you have a hole in your roof? I have a product. I help you fix it, whatever. And they might be like, I'm not really interested like that. Whereas another person, let's say they have a hole in it and it is falling on their couch, right? It is urgent. They have been searching up home repair, roof repair companies, right? And you come and knock on that person's door and you're like, hey, I can help you fix your roof and I can help you fix it faster and for cheaper than the quote you just got. Who do you think is going to buy your product? The person number two, because they are aware of their problem and they're already looking for a solution. So we want to attract people. We want to have a freebie that attracts those people. So let's go back to the hair product. Okay. So let's say I have the hair freebie guide. It's like, hey, here's a freebie that shows you 3 habits that you're doing that might be causing you to lose your hair. Now that might attract somebody who's interested in hair loss, but not looking for a solution. Whereas if I make another freebie, okay, I hope you guys are catching this, where I say how to regrow hair thicker within 90 days without harsh chemicals, you know what that's going to attract? That's going to attract people who have already been out there using products to grow their hair, because they're going to understand that they've probably used products already that has harsh chemicals and it's probably caused their scalps to be itchy or whatever it might be, right? They're already actively out there looking for a solution to their problem. We want to speak to those people because those people are already buyer ready. Those people already want a solution to their problem. Okay. So you want to make a freebie, and here's how we're going to do this. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to show you how you can simply do this. This is going to blow your mind. So look, what I've done is, if you haven't gotten this yet, this is my ideal client prompt. If you don't have it, comment ideal client below. And I'm going to send you my ideal client prompt that's going to help you to do this. This kind of breaks down who your ideal client is. So let's say I come over here, right? And let's say my service is, let's say I help overweight men who are 40 and have families lose belly fat. Okay. And that's going to tell me my ideal client. And now I'm going to have it do is I'm going to have it help me make a freebie, okay, for my ideal client that's going to be problem aware. I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to do this real quick. Check this out. So I'm going to say, okay, now help me come up with a freebie that would attract leads that are solution and problem aware, and make it so that the freebie solves a problem they wanted solved like yesterday. Okay. And now check this out. Now it's going to make my freebie for me. All right. Check it out. So look, now it's going to make it the 3-day belly fat jumpstart, right? Drop your first inch without the gym. You see this? So just tell them I'm going to help you to lose your belly fat, to start lose your belly fat in 3 days. Then on top of that, you don't even have to go to the gym. This is going to attract a dad or someone who has a dad bod or the belly, right? Where they're already going to the gym. They're actively trying to fix the problem. This is speaking to that lead as opposed to being like, here's how you can lose belly fat here's how you can lose belly fat in 5 days. That might attract people with belly fat and they're interested, but they're not actively looking to solve that problem. Right? You understand that? I hope it's starting to click. You're starting to get that aha moment, right? Because this is when you build a following, because if I was to build a following of Instagram, right? And I had a following of dads who want to lose belly fat, but it's the dads who are like, I see the belly fat, but they're not actively doing anything. They're like, hey, I know I got the belly, but I'm coming home every day after work and I'm still watching TV. I'm watching Netflix. How serious do you think that dad is about fixing that problem? He's not. But if I have a following of dads who want to lose belly fat and they're already going to the gym, they've already tried 5 different programs and it haven't worked out. Imagine those dads have a freebie that speaks to their current problem. Who do you think is going to take action? It's going to be the second dad because he's more serious about it, right? Because listen, there's 2 types of people in this world, okay? The first type of people are the people who say they want something. Then there's the people who actually do something about it. And one thing I always say is, don't believe a person by what they say, but believe them by what they do. Right? So like I was saying, there's a lot of people out here that say they want a lot of things. There's people out here that say, I want to become financially free. I want to be successful. I want to be able to leave my 9 to 5. Right? People say that all the time. But very few out of all those people, how many people are actually going out there and searching up, how can I make income from home? How can I make enough money, leave my 9 to 5. How many of those people are actually investing and trying to do things actively to actually get out of that situation? Very few. Not a lot of them are actually doing it. I'm sorry, I was actually talking over here because hold on, is it actually? Oh, it is recording over here. I'm over here confused. Sorry, right? But how many of those people are actually actively trying to solve those problems? Not many of them. So who do you think is actually serious about that? The person who's actively searching, investing, taking action, those people are 10 times more serious. And the other person who's like, I want this thing, is kind of like a nice to have. It's not urgent, right? The person that's like, I want to leave my 9 to 5 and financial freedom, but then they're coming home every day and watching TV. They're not searching up videos on how to start a business, how to create financial freedom. They're not serious about it. They're just talking about it, right? And you got to be about it. You can't just be talking about it, right? We don't want people who are just talking about it. We want the people who are about it, okay? And how we do that is we make the videos that speaks to those people. We make the freebies that attracts those people, okay? So what you do at the end of your videos, so as you're making videos attracting these people, at the end of the video, what you want to do is, so what I do in my videos is that I'll actually come over here, and you've seen it before in my videos. I'm like, hey, and if you want this training that teaches you how to do X, Y, and Z, comment this and I'll send it to them. Then my main chat automator sends it to them, right? You kind of put them back in the video. Now what's going to happen is these people, they're going to search you out because they want this and they're going to start following you. And now you have hot and ready buyers who are going to want to spend money on the product or service that you have to offer. Okay. And then on top of that, here's a key trick. What I do in my video is I tell them, and if you're not following me, I'm not going to send you information because Instagram is not going to let me message you. And that's actually true. Because what happens in Instagram, it doesn't allow me to message the people who's not following me sometimes. Right. So this is what's happening. Now, what happens is this. I'm going to share what happens now is it starts to become a growth loop. Because what happens is Instagram, what they love is engagement and retention. Right? They love engagement and retention. So when you're making these videos, you're making the videos, all right? People are watching the video and then they're then commenting on the video. Okay, so they're watching it and they're commenting on the video and then they're following you. This sends a positive signal to the algorithm. And then the algorithm now starts to show your video to even more people who are like those people. The AI starts to work for you, right? And now it becomes a growth loop where you now start to grow faster and you're bringing in people who are ready buyers. And this is how I was able to build a following, go 400,000 followers on 2 different accounts, right? Over 1 million followers over across 3 accounts. How my other students, and the crazy part is this could happen for you very fast. Rich applied this and he's able to get to over 400,000 followers. He's actually able to get over 100,000 followers in under 90 days. Same thing for Jerika, same thing for Joy, right? Where they're able to get over 100,000 followers applying this, right? In under 90 days. There are people out here who try to build their accounts. You might have been one of them. Trying to build their accounts for like years and can barely break 5,000 of my students are breaking these, applying these tactics and method because growth is about strategy and not luck. If you're out there posting, hoping, doing prayers, don't even know what you're doing, and you're like, you hoping something stick, it's never going to happen. Because success is never a byproduct of luck. Success is always a byproduct of strategy and consistency. That's literally it. Okay. But if you're missing the strategy, you want the strategy, right? You can help with the consistency. I can help you out with that. Okay. So if you are a business owner or you're somebody trying to learn how to grow on Instagram, you want to learn how you can apply this to your page, or even if you don't have a product, you need a product or service to offer. Okay. I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to leave a link below. You're going to tap on that link. You're going to book call my team and we're going to see where you're at as far as a journey, where we can help you out. Right. And then we'll show you how to do this. And then on top of that, I also give my students a mid-ticket product. And here's why. Here's the last tip I'm going to give you. Make sure you write this down. To make the most money, you want to sell a mid-ticket product. Okay. A mid-ticket product is something that's between $500 to about $1,000. Okay. That's what you call a mid-ticket product. A high ticket is anything $1,000 or more. Okay. So the reason why I do this is this, because it actually takes the same effort to sell a mid-ticket product as a low-ticket. So a low-ticket product would be like $97 or lower, right? Now, here's the thing. If I want to make 10K a month, right? If I want to make 10K a month, let's say with a low-ticket product, so I want to make 10K a month, with a low ticket product, let's say my product is like $57, okay? And this is hard because it's gonna take the same effort to sell a $5 product as a $57 product, okay? If you're doing things right. So look, open up the calculator. So let's say if I want to sell a 57, I want to make 10K a month. So to make that, I have to divide this by, right? I'm gonna divide this by 57. I'm gonna have to sell this to 175 people. Okay. Now let's say if I want to make 10K a month selling a $500 product. Okay. Now let's say I want to make let's say I want 10K a month selling a $500 product. I'm gonna divide that by, let me put that here over here. We're gonna divide it by 500. I only have to sell it 20 times. Let me ask you, what do you think is easier to sell? Do you think it's gonna be easier to get 20 people to buy something or 175 people to buy something? Probably the 20, right? And in my program, I actually give my students a product they're able to sell for over $500. So they don't need a bunch of customers to make a lot of money. And this is how they're making so much money doing this. So you want to sell a mid-ticket or a high-ticket product. And then you also get a higher quality of lead and a better quality of person to work with as well. Okay? So if you're somebody who wants help doing this type of stuff, you want me to help you set up the Instagram account, give you a product to sell, right? I'm going to leave a link below this video. I'm going to share it over here. You're going to go, if you go to my YouTube channel, once I upload this, you're going to see a link underneath my video over here. And you're going to find the video. Okay, underneath the video, you're going to see a link right over here. It will come over here where it says work with me. You're going to tap on that link. It's going to send you over here. You're going to fill out this form. You're going to call with my team. We're going to see where you're at, see how we can help you out to implement this, right? And see if you're a good fit to work with, okay? And help you to scale to 10K, 20K a month like my other students. Like I said, again, if you want the ideal client prompt, go ahead and comment client prompt below, and I'll send you this prompt over here. So you could actually do this as well. Or if you want help setting everything up A to Z, you want me to give you the product, you have a product already, you want to know how to scale that up on Instagram, like I'm doing, how I've actually been able to use this to scale up to 46. So this was actually what I made last month doing this. Let me show you real quick. So I'm going to do, let's do June. In June, I made over 52K selling digital products on Instagram. And then in July, I made over 31K literally using this system. Okay, so if you need help with that, go ahead and hit that link below. And I look forward to talking to you guys and kind of go from there. See you on the next video.